Did you see a certain point in the history of the United States where we had less members of Congress who were Masons, or it was harder to find out if they were a Mason or not?
Well, one of the things that I'm doing, and that what we will have in the book, is I put every single Mason on an Excel sheet, and I
Mm,
calculated when their terms of service was. So for each year, I said, okay, well, how many Masons served in the Senate? How many Masons served in the House of Representatives? What political party were they? Which state were they coming from? And so you have this really big data set, and I think it's the only data set that's available in the world right now, based on all that data that I'm working on. And so what I can tell you is you sort of get 20 to 30% of Congress at one point are
hmm.
involved somehow with the fraternity. There's a really great story in, I want to say 1926 or 1927, and it comes out of the Supreme Council of the Southern Jurisdiction, when the Grand Commander of the Supreme Council mentions in his allocution, biennial session, he mentions in his report that he attended a dinner for one of the lodges here in DC, that they had 500 Masons that served in Congress attend this dinner. Now, if you do the math, it's almost physically impossible to have that many Masons in Congress at the time. So I think what he meant was, of those individuals who were congressmen, and then all those individuals who worked as staffers, as clerks, as secretaries, as all those sort of things. And so you get to the 1920s and you see 200, maybe
Mm.
200, 300, and 200 probably is on the median end. I would probably say it's like 250 congressmen served at one time, total percentage that were Masons. And so, unfortunately, I don't have the full numbers right now because we're still verifying data. One of the things that I'm doing is, as part of my project, was, okay, I can find this online, but I wanted all the Grand Lodges to be responsible for their data set. So I compiled the 2,450 names, and I sent it out to all the Grand Lodges. So all the Grand Lodges have their state's representatives. And so
Oh,
they're
nice.
looking for it, and they're reviewing it and telling me, okay, this is right, this is wrong. Hey, Chris, you got the wrong lodge number for this guy. This guy was, John Smith the second. You want John Smith the first. Here's his date. And so they're doing a lot of that data validation work right now. So once that validation work comes through, then we can really say, here's the number, here's as best as we can do to get it, and here's the stories that come from that.